If you're still running your OnlyFans the same way you did in 2022, I have some bad news for you. That strategy is dead. The creators who are making real money in 2026 are doing a handful of things that not a lot of people are actually talking about. And just for you, I'm gonna break them all down in this video. My name is Luca Gray, and I've been running an OnlyFans management agency for the last 2 years. We've been working with creators from all around the world, Australia, Canada, the USA, basically any place that you could think about. And we've worked with creators from all different earnings levels. People from $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, up to $50,000 and $60,000 in a month. And the creators who are making the most amount of money in this space have completely ditched the old playbook. They've adopted a brand new one. So let's get into it. Here's why your short form content is not working as an OnlyFans creator. Let me know if you know this story. You spent hours and hours making an amazing video. The lighting, the look, the outfit, it was so perfect, and you posted it and it absolutely flopped. This has happened to every single creator in the world, and there's an easy reason to why this happened. One, every single person on this planet wants to be a creator now. You are not just competing with other OnlyFans creators, you're competing with every single person who clicked post today. And there's a lot of great creators out there. So you need to be posting way more on Instagram or whatever your short form traffic platform is. You need to be posting way more. The second thing, here in 2026, this is not a lawless land anymore. You cannot do partial nudity. You cannot play the line of the terms of service. We've had huge creators lose massive accounts because they're still thinking the old way, that we can just toe the line, show just enough nudity so that it catches attention, but not so much that you get banned. Nowadays, it's more personality driven. People want to know your unique perspective. They want to know that you're funny. They want to know that you have a personality and you're not just a one-trick pony thirst trap. So what should you do with this information? You should be posting at least 3 times a day. You should be talking on camera. You should be showing your life. You should be cooking and doing things that you actually do. And you can always sneak in a little bit of sexuality, but you should not be doing any of these shadow work, all these pictures of you half naked in the spoon. Those things are here today and gone tomorrow. You need to become an influencer first. You need to talk about your life. You need to show your unique perspective, and you need to have an interest that allows other people to connect with you. Here's the traffic cheat code that most OnlyFans creators are completely ignoring. If you've been in the space for any amount of time, you probably remember how powerful a TikTok live was. Now these days, TikTok is completely TOS banned. You will get banned no matter what you do, so I do not recommend using TikTok. But the idea of a live stream is still a very powerful tool. Why? Because people get an uninterrupted look into your life. They get to talk to you. They get to have a real response from you. And you don't have to do explicit things. You don't really have to dance around or do any of that stuff. You're really just talking to your fans, because those are the people that are going to want to talk to you in chat. Those are the people that are going to want to go through and have one-on-one time with you. And if they're spending more time with you on live stream, they're more likely to convert to your OnlyFans. And this isn't just for the OnlyFans space. With the rise of AI content, how the hell are people supposed to know you're even real? If you're live streaming, that's one of the only ways people can tell you're a real person. They can talk to you in person, they feel seen, they feel like they're actually important to you, so that when they talk to you in the chats, they're gonna simp for you super hard and be really easy to sell. So you should be going live consistently on Instagram. You can also cook, you can talk to your people, you can get ready with me, you can do all these cool challenges that you would post on your feed anyways. You should be doing something interesting. You shouldn't really just stand there and say, hey, hi, or how is everybody, hello. A lot of people can get away with that, but it really just isn't that interesting. If you can pair this with your niche of, okay, say you're into fashion, you can show the clothes that you just bought. Say you're into cooking, you can show the things that you're cooking while you're kind of flirting and you're being that kind of person. But when you go live with somebody, it feels like you're actually there. It develops this parasocial relationship way faster than feed posts, and they're more likely to convert to your OnlyFans if you're doing this consistently. Here's why mass PPVs by themselves are killing your income as an OnlyFans creator. When you're doing mass PPVs all the time, it feels very cold. It feels like you're talking at them and you're not talking to them. Now, this is great to get some extra sales, and there is a lot of people on OnlyFans that don't really want the girlfriend experience. They just want to get their thing, get the hell out of there, and finish the job. But there are a lot of people that want to imagine that you are their girlfriend. So if you do not have another chatting strategy alongside just sending a mass PPV every single week, you are losing out on a ton of money, and a lot of whales come from this strategy and not from mass PPVs on a weekly basis. When's the last time you messaged your fan with their real name with relevant details about life that they told you? This is just basic courtesy. A lot of people treat their fans like they're just a wallet that will never complain, that you extract money from over and over and over again. The real trick here is fairly easy, just actually giving a shit about the people that are paying your bills. You write down detail, you remember their job, you remember their life, and you actually give them the girlfriend experience. Now, mass PPVs are great because not everybody wants to be chatted with all of the time. You need to have both, but most whales, those are the people that will send you money for doing absolutely nothing. You don't even have to send them any of your explicit content. They just want to support you on your dreams. We've seen tons of creators that have a guy in the DMs that are like, here's $500, spend it on whatever you want. You don't even have to give me anything because they love you. They really, really love you because you're remembering details and you're treating them like an actual person and not just an ATM that you can extract money from. So here's what you can do. You definitely should be doing PPVs because some fans will just want to buy stuff and get the hell out of there. But what you should do is list all of your top spenders and try to do some one-on-one conversations. What we like to do is we like to treat it like Snapchat. When you're talking to a new person that you actually like, it starts very cool, right? And you slowly get steamier and steamier until you start exchanging explicit messages. The only difference here is the explicit messages come with a cost. What you can do is you can send a basic bikini pic. That's free, right? You're getting them into the mood, right? Once you start to show more and more nudity, there's smaller prices, they double and they go up and up and up and up and up, and you're ladder selling until you can make $500 to $1,000 in one night from one person. The one thing you do need to do with this is if somebody is spending a lot of money with you and you're doing the girlfriend experience, you need to say goodnight to them. You need to sew it up. You need to make sure that they do not get buyer's remorse and feel bad in the morning about spending $1,000 on somebody that doesn't even care about them. Here's how OnlyFans creators should be treating their DMs, but unfortunately, they don't. Most OnlyFans creators are just flying by the seat of their pants. They have no system. They have no way of knowing who the high quality fans actually are. Pareto principle says 80% of the money you make will come from 20% of your fans. So do you know who those 20% are? Do you know what kind of traits, behaviors, jobs that they tend to have so that if they do come on the radar, you can predict them and turn them into whales? This is the type of thing that you definitely should be doing if you're running your own page, is creating VIP lists and actually tracking these people and finding out who's spending the most money. If you have to download a software like Inflow, do it because it allows you to look at who's spending the most money, what they're spending the money on, going there and taking a look at, should I make more content like this for this person? Or even having specific lists where you create special PPVs for only your VIPs. The only issue is if you don't know what your VIPs look like, then there's no way that you can track them and create the best content to make the most money possible. You should be tracking what fans buy, what they don't buy, who's gone cold, who hasn't messaged you in a while. You should know these things because the sales aspect is the most important. You can have a ton of traffic and people will spend money, but if your chatting sucks, then you'll never hit the top 1%. The best creators in this space have amazing sales systems and they know exactly who the VIPs are. They know exactly who could become a whale and they do the things that make those people turn into whales as quickly as possible. So just to recap everything we went over in this video, you need to be posting more short form content and it needs to be more personality driven instead of straight up towing the line of the terms of service and showing nudity. You should also be doing live streams on your Instagram and talking to your fans more. People build relationships over time. So if they're spending 20 minutes with you every other week, they're going to want to convert over to your OnlyFans way faster than somebody that just saw you on the For You page. You should also be sending one-on-one personalized messages to the people that spend the most money. Do not rely only on PPVs. You should be ladder selling and creating the girlfriend experience because that's where the real whales will come from. And you should be treating your DMs like a real business, tracking who's spending money, who isn't spending money, who is slowly stopping to spend money, who is progressively spending more money, and understand your numbers because that's exactly how a real business functions. And none of these are really complicated on their own. It's the consistent use of all of them at the same time that is very, very difficult. So if you want help building this system that we use every single day with all of our models, you can go to the top pinned comment or the link in the description and you can apply to work with us there. The caveat, we are not working with beginners. This is not a beginner strategy. This is for people who have been in the game and they understand it and they just want to get to that next level or that coveted 0.01%. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button and I'll see you guys in the next one.